golden crackling. And now we've rolled back the price to just £2.87. Our mouth-watering beef is 15-day matured for extra tenderness. And we've rolled it back to an amazing £4. And with rollback, these prices stay down until May. That's what I love about rollbacks. Asda, saving you money every day.
Britain's favourite, love the flavour. Cooks real quick, saves time for later.
Got it as a picture on my screensaver.
That's how much he likes it. Golden, bubbly, fatter, tasty fish is what I want upon my platter.
Chip shop cod from Young's.
Good evening. Join me at 9 o'clock. Oh, sorry. Never mind tapping your bleeding watch. Excuse me, over there. Join me on 9 o'clock Friday.
Friday night's favourite funny man is back.
No, not the nipple.
Brand new Paul O'Grady live. Friday at 9, ITV1 and ITV1 HD.
Best-selling author Jodie Picoult chats about her new book, and Sharon Marshall has all the latest soap gossip. This morning is at 10:30. Right now, though, the Jeremy Kyle Show.
Hello? Are you a foxy lady? The Jeremy Kyle Show, sponsored by FoxyBingo.com. The one that you want.
Today, brothers at war. The picture you paint is of somebody who's quite evil, to be fair.
He is evil. Trust me, he is evil.
Have you two ever gone?
Never. I can't stand the sight of him.
Why?
Can't stand him.
Why?
Because I can't. Because he robbed my mum's eaters. He robbed the TV
Yeah, how old
meters.
was I?
12 years old.
One brother accuses the other of stealing a £47,000 inheritance. If he didn't leave a will, what right do you have to have that money, whether it's a tenner or 10 grand, more than the brothers and sisters? Explain.
Well, they can have it if they want it.
Why did it take you 9 years to come to that, and why didn't you share it with them?
Because I don't speak to none of them. Never have done.
Bit convenient, isn't it?
I haven't spoke to him for years.
A mother who thinks her daughter will be better off as a single mum.
She called me an unfit mum before I even had the baby. And now she was going to ring social services when the baby's born.
Is that true?
I did. Was Daniel done to you that caused all this?
It's Sam coming home. Danny's done this, Danny's done that. What do you expect me to think of him?
Hello, you OK? Thank you very much indeed. Good morning and a big, big welcome to the show. Now, first today is Gil, who has been feuding with his brother Derek for over 25 years and says that things have recently reached breaking point. Now, Gil has accused Derek of stealing £47,000 of inheritance money left for them by their father. Let's hear why he's been making this accusation. First up this morning, Gil, ladies and gentlemen. How are you, my friend? Nice to see you. Thanks for coming on. Take a seat. Let's, as we always try and do, get as much of this story out from your point of view. Your dad, Gil, died 9 years ago.
Yes.
At that point, according to your brother Derek, who is here today, we'll bring in your stepfather Pete later, but let's concentrate on 9 years ago. He left £47,000 to be what? Split equally between...
Between six.
Six of you?
Mm. Well, really, he told me when, before he passed away, he told me that Derek wasn't his biological son. That's why I'm asking for a DNA test as well.
Why would a bloke who you say your dad told you was not his biological son, why would he be holding this money? Because that's your gripe, isn't it, you and your sisters, that over the last 9 years, he hasn't shared that money at all?
No, not one penny.
So you
He
believe...
took the lot.
How do you know specifically that that money was left to you, or to be split between the six?
Well, when my father passed away, I didn't know anything about it. And the only phone number that they could find was Derek's. My phone number was in my dad's head.
You didn't know that your dad had died?
No.
Why?
Well, I hadn't been over there for a couple of months.
How did you know then that... When was it that he told you that Derek wasn't his son then?
He told me this was a couple of years before he died.
Well, then why did he get the money? How did he get the money? Was there a will saying it's left to the six of you?
He cleaned me dad's house out when... I mean, I'd moved. So obviously I changed everything. The phone number had been changed.
So you doubt whether this guy's your full blood brother. You certainly have major concerns about what became of this money. But what I'm trying to get to is surely your dad would have written a will.
No, he didn't. I know that for a fact.
But then how can you prove that his intentions were to split that money 6 ways?
Well, it's not the intentions. I'm the oldest son. I would have done the right thing. I would have split it the way it should have been
Absolutely,
split.
and conversely, if you flip it on its head, right, how does he justify keeping hold of the whole money if there's no will?
It's not his money.
This is, by anybody's standards,
They stopped me going to my mum's funeral as well. I mean, what sort of brother stops his brother going to a funeral?
But you're not even sure that he is your brother. Now, your mum died your mum died a couple of months ago.
Yeah, January.
Yeah, and she was close to Pete?
No.
She'd remarried. Your stepdad, Pete, how does he come into this story?
Well, she married Pete years ago. I mean, they were together 40-odd years. So, I mean...
But you've made the same accusations, and it's important that we get this out. Hear me out. You've made the same accusations about him to her.
I saw that man beat my mother. I saw it. And I give him a slap of my own.
This is the stepfather?
Yes.
Listen, just do me a favour, because there's so much in this story. I want to make this as simple as possible. Your mother, who died a couple of months ago, was married to Pete, your stepfather. You've made an accusation that Pete beat your mother. You've made an accusation as well to my researchers today that Derek, your maybe or maybe not brother, right, did exactly the same to your mother that he did to your father. $3,000 was in the house, I think, when she died.
That's right.
That's gone missing.
In a shoebox, and he took that.
And you're also making an accusation that 9 years ago, having been told by your dad that he wanted the money to be split, the $47,000 6 ways, that Derek took over, it never happened. And so you're accusing Derek of stealing off your mum and your dad, and you're accusing the stepfather of beating your mother. And you're saying that you and your sisters have been in the dark.
Well...
When was the last time you spoke to your alleged brother Derek?
20-odd years ago.
But why? I mean, you know, full brother, half brother will try and do that. But what I don't understand is this. Why have you not done more in the last 9 years? I'm not trying to base a relationship on money,
Because
but if you are that sure that your dad's wishes were for you to have that money...
I didn't know anything about this money.
Until when?
Until recently.
Right.
This has all come to light recently. I didn't know my father had that amount of money. How was I supposed to know that? But I can remember how that money came about.
What is Derek like?
He's rude, he's arrogant, and he just doesn't give a damn.
I mean, the picture you paint is of somebody who's quite evil, to be fair.
He is evil. Trust me, he is evil. Well,
who rang the show, by the way?
Me.
Lots to sort out, then.
Yes,
Quite a challenge. Take a breather. Right, next we will have Derek on the stage. He will have his say. The big question, will he admit to taking the £47,000 inheritance? Don't go anywhere, because we're right back. You two ever gone?
Never. I can't stand the sight of him.
Why?
Can't stand him.
Why?
Because I can't. Because he robbed my mum's meters. He robbed the TV meters.
Yeah, how old was I? 12 years old. 25 years ago, I never saw you knock my mum out spark out in the dining room of the house.
You lying swine.
To make our hair more beautiful, we do whatever it takes, even if it can be damaging. New Dove Intensive Repair with patented Fibre Actives technology nourishes and helps repair the look and feel of damaged hair, leaving hair revitalised and full of life. New Dove Intensive Repair. Dove takes care of the damage.
First, you met the parents. Oh! Then, you met the Fockers.
Morning, partner.
Now, they're back.
Henry can have a double dose of Fokker in him.
Funnier than ever.
Pull my finger. Oh.
Double dose.
Meet the Parents, Little Fockers. On DVD and Blu-ray Monday.
Not your most impressive landing, Captain.
Let's check out the insurance, Skip.
Go compare! Go compare! Use your head to save your bread at Go Compare!
It makes sense.
Saving friends, Go Compare! Insure your motor, and you'll thank your stars that you went to Go Compare!
So there is intelligent life in the universe.
How could laser eye surgery change your life?
The procedure was quick and convenient. It's given me a real sense of freedom.
I love playing football. Thanks to Optical Express, it's so much easier now.
After 20 years of wearing glasses, it's fantastic to be without them.
I wish I'd done it years ago.
Optical Express is Europe's #1 provider of laser eye surgery. Prices start from just £395 per eye. Call Optical Express now to arrange a free consultation or free information pack. Call 0800 023 2020.
Hi, Mum.
Hi, Butts.
How are you?
Yeah, smashing.
That's a bit weird. What's that?
There's nothing weird about this, love. Flora Cuisine. 45% less saturated fat than olive oil.
Really?
Yeah.
It looks weird. Look, you got to admit.
See how it's gone clear? I'm looking after your little dicker.
I'm 36. I've got 2 kids. Have you gone mad?
Still my baby. Hey! Naughty. New Flora Cuisine. It's star treatment for the hearts you love.
At Asda, nothing makes our new Chosen by You range unless it's tried, tasted and approved by people like you. You loved the new treats in our bakery range, like our hot cross buns, freshly made and baked in store, which you said were extra soft and packed with fruit. And you called our new Belgian chocolate eclairs a wickedly chocolatey delight. It's called Chosen by You because it is. Chosen by You. Fresh in for Easter, these delicious hot cross buns are now just 60p. Asda, saving you money every day.
So, being sent to learn all about Tedley Red Bush, yeah? Aye. Let me introduce Aspalatus linearis.
The
red bush. What's this? Lion! Tetley only use the finest shoots. And like normal tea, you can add milk and sugar. Kidney, wake up. Nature makes it caffeine-free, so it's deliciously relaxing.
Good, because I've had about as much nature as I can take today.
Shame we never saw an elephant, though.
Time to move your motor? Stick it on Gumtree. It's local, it's quick, and it's free.
At Harvey's this Thursday, we have 15% off almost everything. Hurry, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. only. Harvey's the furniture store, bringing your home to life.
Good luck.
Show us what you've got.
Britain's Got Talent, Saturday at 8:20, ITV1 and ITV1 HD.
Oh, you're back. The Jeremy Kyle Show, sponsored by FoxyBingo.com, the one that you want.
Are you going through a separation trauma? Perhaps you feel the split is all on your ex's terms and you're being frozen out of your kids' lives. As a trial separation turned sour and now you can't seem to win your family back. Or maybe you've reconciled after a temporary break, but the same problems are still there. Now, if you're 16 or over and you want to be considered for the show, text the word TALK with your name to 63334. Text costs 25 pence plus one standard network rate message. Or call the team today. It's 09011 123456. Calls cost 25p from a BT landline. Calls from the networks may be higher. Derek, for over 25 years. Let's just concentrate on the 4 things that you touched upon. You say that 9 years ago when your dad died, and you only found this out recently, he had £47,000, right? Yeah. Which he had vowed to split 6 ways. Yeah. That never happened. Derek held on to that money. Secondly, OK, you have major doubts whether Derek might indeed be a full brother of yours. He might not even be a half-brother. That's something you want to clear up. Your mum, who sadly died a couple of months ago, you made accusations that Derek's done the same to her. There was £3 grand in the house. That went missing. Yeah. He controlled her. He took money off her. Furthermore, you imply that her husband, your stepdad Pete, for years, they were married for many years, beat your mother. When you find all of this stuff out, you phone the show, you want to resolve it, yeah? We need to balance this out. Brother Derek on the show, ladies and gentlemen. Derek, welcome to the show. We'll concentrate on those 4 strands, and I want you to listen to me, but let's go back. 9 years.
9 years ago, yeah.
Your dad, he was your dad? You didn't have any... What do you say, by the way, before we start to...
Well, apparently he's not my father. That's what he says. So how'd you work that out? So he's calling my mum? No, I'm not. Of course you are. If he's not my father, of course you are.
I've had this secret for years.
Oh, I don't give...
Well, we'll have to find that one out with the DNA, won't we?
Oh,
you're a thief, and that's it.
Am I?
Yeah,
so you're saying about £100,000 in this letter because Jeremy's got it. You're on about £47,000. Yeah. You're on about £30,000.
No, we're going to do this slowly. Let's start with the DNA. You base your doubts of him being your full brother. This is the first thing on what specifically? What do you base it on?
On my father's word.
Right. 9 years ago, your dad, we'll do the DNA debate later, your dad dies and leaves £47,000. Is that a fact?
Wrong.
What is right, then?
Why would Mum say it on her deathbed?
He left so...
Why would Mum say it on her deathbed?
You weren't even here when she was dying, so shut up, you're talking...
So Pat and Valerie are lying.
Of course
how
they
much
are.
did he
No, they're
leave?
not. He hardly left anything. And I'm not going to say how much he left, but if they want to claim it, they can. But it wasn't no £47,000.
Did he leave any wishes as to what he left? Or what would be done with that money, whatever that figure?
I was the only one that was contacted.
By whom?
I can't remember who, but they found my...
Your phone number?
No, they didn't find my phone number. They found my address.
Did he leave a list of...
He never left a will, no.
So, if that's the case, and you've just admitted on national television that even if there's a debate on the amount of money, and it might not be 47...
Yeah, that's right.
What right did you have over the last 9 years? I haven't finished. Wait. However big or small that amount, what right did you have if there was no will and testament to say, I'm keeping that for myself?
No, because
he's a thief, Jeremy.
Because they contacted me.
Forget who contacted you. If he didn't leave a will, what right do you have to have that money, whether it's a tenner or 10 grand, more than the brothers and sisters? Explain.
Well, they can have it if they want it.
Why did it take you 9 years to come to that, and why didn't you share it with them?
Because I don't speak to none of them. Never have done.
Bit convenient, isn't it?
I haven't spoke to him for
No,
years.
we're the
So how
ones
much
that don't
was it?
Speak to you.
Not to you a minute. How much was it? Go on.
It was about £4,000.
So why did you not split it 6 ways?
Excuse me, if it was £47,000 or anything like that, right, let's get a few things right, it would have went into probate.
It did go into probate. I can prove it.
But whether it's £4,000 or 47 grand,
Jeremy.
are you morally right to keep the money, yes or no?
Very certain, mate.
Wait, hold on a second. Are you morally right to keep the money, however big or small?
Of course I am.
Why?
Because he always come to see me and he said, whatever I got is yours.
And that's what he said to me. So
my dad couldn't stand you.
Your dad? He's not your dad, sonny boy. He's my dad.
Is he?
Yeah.
Well, let's have this DNA test.
Yeah,
then.
we will.
Let's talk about your mother. Gil says that you did a job on her as you did on your dad, that you were forever taking money off her, you were making it...
Oh, you had cirrhosis of the liver, you took
I have
£100
got cirrhosis of the liver.
Oh, don't talk rubbish.
I can prove it. I drink a lot and I don't mind admitting it. I drank this morning at 7 o'clock. I don't mind admitting it. I'm not going to be a liar, right or wrong, Clive. And that's my mate there.
Great. In terms of you and your mum, was there £3,000 in the house that went missing after?
No, it was a wreck. No, there wasn't. There wasn't £3,000 in the house.
Have you two ever gone?
Never.
I hate him.
Can't stand the sight of him.
Why?
Can't stand him.
Why?
Because I can't. Because he robbed my mum's TV meters. He robbed the TV meters.
Yeah, how old was I? 12 years old.
I don't give a how old you was.
Is that why you didn't tell him that his mother had died?
My mum didn't want him there.
It's lies, Jeremy.
Why weren't you at your mum's?
My mum did not want him there.
Jeremy, I only found out 3 weeks after.
But you would have to say, from my point of view, if I'm trying to balance this, Gil, and I can only go in terms of putting what's out there on the plate, and then we'll make a decision. But hear me out. You talk about your dad, who died 9 years ago, and you say that he...
Why did he move to London, Jeremy?
You're not going to wait, are you? You didn't find out that either of your parents had died, which would beg the question, if you were a loving son and were close to them and they cared about you and you cared about them, surely to hell you would have known that they were ill and you would have been by their bedside when they were going through that boat again.
It's true, Jeremy. I don't dismiss that point. I don't dismiss that point. Trust me. I know you're right, Jeremy.
Let's add into the mix, OK? You two are never going to agree. Pat, your sister, yeah?
Yeah, what about the...
It is right what Gilbert is doing, trying to sort Derek out and find out the truth for all of us. We just want to know what happened to the £47,000 inheritance my years ago that we all should have had. It should have been shared between us like my mum asked Derek to do before she died. Derek used to take money from our mother for transport to the hospital when he made out that he was ill. My mum didn't have any money, only £3,000 in the house for a funeral, and that went missing the moment she died. It could only be Derek who took it, but he will always deny it. He's nothing but a lying slime ball.
Well, I'll tell you, that is a load of old... because my mum was insured for her funeral.
Let's deal with Valerie. Who's Valerie?
Oh, that's the other prat.
My daughter told me that when my dad left us £47,000 inheritance, she told Derek to share it out, but he wouldn't.
Where the is it 47,000?
Where money is concerned, Derek takes but will never give. Our mother was always giving him money, and I think he used her. I think my stepdad probably used her too. I have never really been close to Derek and haven't seen him since our mother's funeral in January when we hardly spoke. It's pretty obvious that I don't think Gil and Derek will ever get along.
No, I can't stand him.
So what we've got here, and
you,
Derek, well, you've got to answer this. We've got 2 sisters and a brother
Right,
who accuse
I'll tell you
you.
what.
Hold on a second.
All right.
Who are accusing you of lying and manipulating your mother and your father for financial ends. I go back to it, right? We have you saying you were told one thing and you having said that you were told another. Was there a will?
No, there wasn't.
Surely the way to end this, whether you like somebody or not, whatever the amount of money, morally the right thing to do, without having to be told it by me or anybody else, is to go, you know what, I don't have to like you, but there was £6,000, have £1,000 each and get out of my hair, I don't want a relationship. Why don't you end this, my friend, by doing what is right rather than holding on to the money?
If they want it, they can have it.
Why did he have to phone the television show to get his just
Why
desserts?
doesn't he just
Why can't he
take
sort
me
it
to
out
court?
like men, like brothers?
Take me... He ain't no brother of mine,
Because he
like
ain't a
said.
man, that's why, Jeremy.
He ain't no brother of mine.
He's gutless.
No, that's why I come on here.
The letter that Gil sent to you made a very strong accusation about
He
you
never
and...
sent it to me.
Oh, didn't he?
No, he sent it to my dad because he don't know where I lives. And
I
he'll
do. I do.
You do not know where I
Oh, I
live.
do.
Let's get to the contents of the letter. He implied what about you and your stepdad, Pete?
Yes, he said that my stepdad
You
pushed
stood back and
Be
watched
quiet
him
a minute.
beat
Shut up.
Mum.
Yeah, I stood back and I watched him push her over and break her arm. It was a load of rubbish. My mum went out to her front door. She fell over and broke her wrist.
Why don't you accept that?
And that is true.
But you weren't there, were you?
Peter,
How long before you...
Peter's never hurt my mum.
Pat worked in the hospital where Mum went.
For the last... I don't give a about Pat and I don't give a about Valerie.
You just seem to care about anybody but you, do you?
No, I care about my stepdad.
Let's ask you a question. Do you believe that your stepfather ever beat your mother?
No, he didn't. Because he's always looked after my mum. He's looked after my mum for the last 3 years because she couldn't even hang a coat hanger up.
So you'd be pretty angry then about slurs that he...
That's how fragile she was.
But you'd be angry then about slurs that he beats your mother up, that he...
He don't beat her up. That's a load of old...
It's not true,
I've
Jeremy.
never heard so much
Hey, Jeremy.
in all my life.
Jeremy, I seen it 25 years ago myself. He knows that. He knocked my mother spark out. Jeremy.
Rubbish.
So this aggressive, violent man was a bully to your mother?
Yeah.
Let's get him on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pete on the show.
Yeah.
Don't look at me.
Pete, welcome to the show. It's very important that every single person gets a chance to have their say. Gil has accused you of beating your wife, who I know sadly died a few months ago, beating her on a regular occasion.
He's a lying swine. I never touched that woman in my life.
Why would he make that accusation up?
I swear on 1,000 Bibles I'd never hurt that woman at all.
Why would he make that up then?
Because he's full of bull.
Hold on, I want to hear from Pete.
Because he's full of hate for me and everybody.
When you ended up with Gil's mother, were you always close straight away to Derek?
No.
No.
No?
No.
I used to run
So
upstairs. 25
years ago, I never saw you knock my mum out spark out in the dining room of the house.
You lying swine. God. You
Knocked my mum spark out, Jeremy.
You'll be 35
years ago.
If you're lying, that's not a very nice thing to say to a guy who lost his wife 2 or 3 months ago, is it?
Jeremy, I'm telling you the truth.
The thing I can't get my head round, I don't know how much money there was. I don't know whether your dad told you something and him, or your mum told you something and him. But the truth is this, Gil, surely at this moment in time, on both occasions, the person who was with your parent before they died was Derek.
No,
now,
he wasn't with them, Jeremy.
He'd seen them, spoken to them, and spent a lot more time with them than you have. My problem with this story is this. If he is everything you say he is, Why had they not thrown him out? Why was he not on the outside and you were on the inside? That's the question I'm grappling with.
Exactly. Jeremy, I was at the house when Derek rang up and told me dad that he was £3 in arrears with his mortgage, right? And my dad sent him a cheque for my dad was going like that to me. And my dad sent him a cheque for £3
Did he?
to pay his mortgage.
But increasingly, if
But
you're me
listen,
and you sat here, you come across as the bitter sibling.
Oh, he ain't got a mortgage.
Pete, can I ask you a question?
Jeremy, he did at the time.
Okay. Your wife, who sadly died, what was her relationship with Gil like?
Not very good. Not very good at all. She really didn't want him anywhere near her.
Which would be borne out by the fact that you didn't see her for 2 years. Was that because your wife didn't want to see him or because he didn't bother?
He didn't bother. He's up in London with his cronies, and that was it.
Let me use that as the beginning of the end of this part. We will, OK, we will talk about the DNA in just a tick. Let's start with the money. I don't want to get into a debate about £3 in your wife's house or 47,000 or £4 or whatever. What you have to understand, and this is a fact, whether you like it or not, is that morally, whatever money was left by your dad, your brothers and sisters, whether you like them or dislike them, were and are entitled to an equal share. I'm not even debating it,
I'm
right?
not worried.
And it shouldn't have taken you coming on this show to wait 9 years to give them that. However, the point is, if there is money, it should be shared. In terms of you are or are not full or half brothers, we will do the DNA if that is what you want. I can't see you two ever agreeing, right? The sisters have had their say. Is Pete a violent man or not? He doesn't look it, but you never know. I'm being honest, right?
I'm not a violent man. Never.
The only thing we can
question, please.
Well, only thing we can sort with certainty is DNA, right? When we do DNA, you'll get a definitive answer about whether you're full or half brothers, right? Hear me out.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that is definitive here.
So he's trying to call my mum.
Will you just listen to me? Your
It's
mother is no
nothing to do
longer...
with Mum,
Be
she's not
quiet! Your mother is no longer here and she can't answer any questions, obviously, and neither is your father. You two are going to be at loggerheads forever. Is not the answer to even get him out your hair, in effect, to give him and your sisters an equal share. The DNA we can answer, but we can't answer whether your dad said this or your mum said this or your mum did this and your dad wanted that, because it's gone. There's no will, there's no public, written fact of what was wanted. You should have shared
Tell
that
them to
money.
claim it.
What?
They can claim it if they want. I don't mind.
Why don't you just give it to them?
Yeah, you can get
Pete,
stuffed.
can I ask you something? Don't you think that he should share whatever inheritance there is with his brothers and sisters? Do you not think...
£47,000 I meant to
Shut
have.
up a minute, please.
Do you not think that Derek, to end this situation, they don't have to be close at all, for the sisters and for Gil, should split the money, whatever it was that he inherited from the father, from the mother, because they are entitled to their share? Yes or no?
No.
Why?
Because he wasn't... Well, as far as I heard, he wasn't a part of the family.
But then the only course of action for him will be a legal route.
Well, he can do that. My dad was the only one who visited me every other fortnight when I lived in Albion Street.
All I can do on this show is give you advice, and the only thing we can do definitively in terms of this story is to now send you off and do a DNA test and find out whether you are full, half or not brothers at all. You will have to go down that legal route, so will your sisters. I'd love to know if you're telling the truth about how much it is. Because for me, what I don't understand about you before we finish is, why do you want this hassle? If it was £4 split it 6 ways, or have you drunk it all?
No.
There's a far, far simpler way of dealing with
Well,
this.
they ain't getting it because they're not entitled to it.
And why are you entitled to it?
Because he always cared about me.
All right, well, we'll do the DNA, we'll bring you back, we'll continue this. Gil that way, Derek and Pete that way. Give them a round of applause. Thank you very much indeed. Take care. You all right, mate? Thanks a lot. Take care. You want to go that way? So they will return after DNA results. And next, a woman who's imploring her pregnant daughter to stay away from the father of her baby. Don't go anywhere, because I'm right back.
What's Daniel done to you that caused all this?
It's Sam coming home. Danny's done this, Danny's done that. What do you expect me to think of him?
No, try to stop Daniel having access. I'll take him to a solicitor to get access to the baby. Because Sam said you don't want him anywhere near this baby.
Hey, sweet cheeks. You're the one that I want. The Jeremy Kyle Show, sponsored by FoxyBingo.com.
Coolpix S3100. I am a Nikon.
Prices to make you feel good. All the shoes a girl can ever need from only £14.
A chip could crack at any time, so contact Autoglass directly. You choose where and when we do the job. Nobody covers more of the UK. If you're fully comp, our repairs are usually free and won't affect your no-claims bonus. Most insurers recommend us, so no need to call them. Book online or call us direct.
Autoglass repair, Autoglass replace.
Are you sure your detergent alone will get rid of the stain first time?
Don't leave it to chance. New Vanish Oxy Action helps get rid of stains first time. One scoop contains up to 100% more Oxy Action than detergent alone to help remove tough stains. Incredible results first time.
That's great.
You're always a winner with Vanish. Trust Pink, forget stains.
The first time you discover Sillet Bang with bleach, you'll be amazed how easily it cleans. It flies through mildew stains for a brilliant shine. Wow! And powers through dirt with ease. You'll be so hooked, you'll want to go on and on. Sillet Bang with bleach, the power to wow. And there's a Sillet Bang with bleach to whip through dirty floors. And another one to make your loo sparkle. Sillet Bang with bleach, the power to wow.
You say you love me, I know it's true. My life's complete, dear, for now I have you. Oh, happy day, oh, love.
Koala loves Cushell's cushiony softness.
Fresh in for spring, or Asda's fantastic new cuts of meat. They're perfect for a family roast. Our succulent pork is hand-scored for even crunchier golden crackling. And now we've rolled back the price to just £2.87. Our mouth-watering beef is 15-day matured for extra tenderness. And we've rolled it back to an amazing £4. And with rollback, these prices stay down until May. That's what I love about rollbacks. Asda, saving you money every day.
Buonasera, Janice. Warm night, fresh seafood, perfect. But this time tomorrow, you'll be back in Bromley. It's okay. Emperor prawns. They're plump, they're pink, they're juicy. It's like the holiday never ends. Ciao, Janice.
New from Bird's Eye, Emperor Prawns.
They convince themselves there is a way back from here.
Hope springs eternal, stranger things have happened. 5-0.
Can Spurs pick themselves up at the lane? The UEFA Champions League quarter-final second leg. Tottenham versus Real Madrid. Wednesday at 7:30 on ITV1 and ITV1 HD.
Roar! Roar! The Jeremy Kyle Show, sponsored by FoxyBingo.com. The one that you want.
Thank you very much indeed. Welcome back. Next this morning is Sharon, who's here to try and persuade her pregnant daughter to stay away from the baby's father. Now, Sharon claims that he's no good for her daughter and that she is ultimately better off on her own. Let's get the mum out to explain. Sharon's on the show, guys. Hi, sweetheart. Right. We all, I guess, as parents, want what's best for our kids, but why are you telling your 18-year-old daughter, who's... How long is it till she gives birth?
13 weeks.
Why are you telling her that she's better off without this boy?
To me, he's no good for it all.
Let's talk about how they got together, the relationship. They're not together at the moment, that's relevant, but she is due to give birth in 13 weeks. Let's talk about when Sam and Dan met. What did you discover?
I knew she was going out with a lad. Only, I think it was about 8 weeks into the relationship, because she was quiet. So, you know. And then I found out she was going with this lad. I found out what area he lived in. I wasn't keen on that. So, but I let it go ahead.
You let it go ahead? What do you mean by that?
I didn't involve myself in it.
OK.
I didn't say...
Step back?
Yeah.
OK.
I asked to meet the lad, which is Danny.
What did you find when you met him? What did you think of him?
It's a good job he's 16 because I'd have killed him. Because he come to my house and they were having sex. So I pulled him. And I said, well, you're not having that in my house.
Fair enough.
So, where are you having it? And he turned around and said, I have it everywhere. So...
It's not the best way to ingratiate yourself to the future mother-in-law, is it, really?
Not really, no.
However, I have to state the obvious, and I'm sure that a lot of parents watching this would absolutely adhere to what you're saying. It's 50-50. It's part of it's what your daughter was doing as well. Why didn't you pull her on it?
Oh, I did.
So from the minute he walked in and said, I'm having sex with her everywhere, your relationship with him pretty well started off on the wrong foot. What about your relationship with your daughter? Because had you been close before?
We'd been very close. She was like my shadow. Everywhere I went, she was, next to me.
So would there be a part of you that would understand this next question? Is your hatred for this boy based entirely upon the fact that he, for a while, became more important to your daughter than you and she were?
No.
As a relationship?
Not whatsoever.
You jealous of it?
No, not whatsoever. I want to protect her.
Do you worry that they're going to get back together?
I worry there's going to be a second baby as soon as this one's born. I really do. I can hear her in background.
Well, let's get her out to answer that. You think she's going to have another one? Let's get Sam on the show, ladies and gentlemen. Sam, welcome to the show. There's a lot to this story, and I want to keep it as simple as possible. Before you met Dan, what was your relationship like with your mum, Sharon?
It was all right. I've never had problems.
But let's bring something in that you haven't touched upon, madam, because since you got pregnant, since you split with Danny, since you got this house, what's happened to your relationship with your mum? Truthfully.
Just arguing all the time, every day, and then she'll ring up the next day, being fine with me, and then ring up and then start kicking off.
What you told my researchers was that you think your mother is controlling you.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Well, she's ringing me up when I'm out at Danny's, sat in Danny's, talking to his mum, telling me that I've got to come in at a certain time.
She's correct. It's not. No, it's not. She's got to come in. She's travelling home on a bus in not a good estate at 10:30 in the night on her own, and she's 7 months pregnant.
Not even that far from where I live.
Sam, you and your mum have had physical altercations, haven't you? What does she do to you?
She slapped me in the middle of the town centre.
I did.
While she was pregnant?
Yeah.
I did.
But you don't want her to travel on a bus on her own while she's pregnant?
No, she was a
I
stab.
want to hear from her, if that's
Yeah.
OK.
Yeah.
Why would your mother hit you?
Because we went to look for a house and sort out a house, and because I couldn't get one straight away, she was kicking off saying, it's your fault, you should have got an abortion, and that I should get kicked. She kicked me out. So I stopped at a friend's, but she slapped me because I walked out the cafe, because I wasn't sitting there while she
So
was
did your
saying
mother
that.
get you a house and help you move on, or did she kick you out of her house?
No, she kicked me out at first, and then I went to friends, and then I had no other option, so she sorted me a house out. But it's like...
And she's jealous of the fact that you're 18 and pregnant, or you were with Danny, because you were once as thick as thieves?
I don't know what it is with her.
Why don't you ask her?
I've asked her, I've tried that many times to talk to her and see what the problem is, but there's not a problem.
You told my researchers that you reckon your mother is jealous of the relationship that you've got with Danny. Is that true?
Me?
Are you jealous?
No,
Are you jealous of the
definitely not.
relationship she has with Danny's mum, Jo?
No, but the only thing I don't like is when Joanne doesn't make an effort to go up to see Sam. Sam always travels down.
But you keep... It's difficult for me, because I really do like the fact, because I get parents sometimes on this stage who don't seem to give a damn, but you can't. You can't control every aspect of her life. You can't... I mean, one of the reasons that this happened, this fallout, was that you two had a massive Barney. You had a fallout, and she went and organised for Danny and her mum to be at the birth because you and she had fallen out. Is that right or wrong?
Yeah, that's
right.
right.
Well, that's what I'm asking you.
Yeah.
And then you got the hump because she'd asked 2 other people to be there and not you. It's like you're now trying to say Jo must come and see her and she... Why are you so controlling of everything that she does? It's a serious question.
Because I know how vulnerable Sam is. Sam wasn't an outgoing person. Sam was very shy.
But you see, I'd read into that you don't think your daughter's up to the job of having a kid.
She doesn't. She called me an unfit mother before I even had the baby. and how she was going to ring social services when the baby's born.
Is that true?
I did. But there is a story behind that.
There always is with you, love, but can I ask you something?
Yeah,
Do you not think that every time you say, I'm not going to be at your birth, get out of my house, I'm going to phone social services, you're going to be a useless mother, have an abortion, do you not think that that sinks into her psyche and she keeps that? Do you know what she told my team this morning? And I don't think do you know what I think? I don't think this goes in. Let this go into your head, because this is important. Do you know what she said?
Go on.
My mother thinks that Danny stresses me out. It ain't Danny, it's me mother.
Is that right? Yeah. Is that right, Sam?
It is.
How many times have I picked you up from Danny's because you're barking your eyes out because he's sitting with a girl in front of you that's your friend calling you? The girl was calling you. Who picked you up?
Aren't you supposed to turn to your mum when it all goes wrong?
Yeah.
But does that give you the right? And I'm not doubting that your motives are good, but it's quite intense, love. Why don't you prove to her that you can be an adult?
I've just not bothered ringing her. I've got problems now. I've just
It's
left
not really
it to
like that.
her.
So you turned to Danny and his mum to be at the birth. How did that make you feel?
It was her option. She rang up and said, I don't want to be there at birth, I don't want anything to do with you or the baby.
This was at
so
the beginning.
I made other plans because I didn't want to leave it till last minute.
And those other plans included your ex, Danny, and his mum, Joanne, being at the birth. Mum, Joanne's on the show now, ladies and gentlemen. Joanne, welcome to the show. What's your take on this?
I just don't know where it's all come from. We was all right. Me and you got on great. We was going to go out for a drink.
Yeah.
Was Daniel done to you that caused all this?
It's Sam coming home. Danny's done this, Danny's done that. What do you expect me to think of him?
Well, I don't know. Like I said, they're both...
But you're not seeing Sam.
I see Sam crying. Yes,
Right.
I do.
Yeah, you see
I've
Sam
seen it all.
crying.
Yeah.
You haven't lived with Sam.
No.
You haven't seen...
I was going to live with
Yeah.
Sam, if you remember, when she got through
Well,
out,
that
but I
was it.
decided
Yeah.
Daniel's too young to live with Sam. They wasn't together fair enough. She had to go somewhere else.
Yeah, Sam is
And
a
as for me
different
travelling to
person
see
with you.
Sam, I've got kids.
Yeah.
And you know what I do when my kids go to
Yeah.
school? I care for
I
my
know.
mum.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get on a bus and travel nowhere. What do I have to do that for? I've got 6 kids of my own.
Do you have a problem with her son?
Danny?
Yeah.
I've not got a problem with him in general, but it's Sam when she comes and tells me
Do you
Danny's...
understand what I'm saying now?
Danny's done
Yeah, but,
this,
you know,
Danny's seen someone else.
I've not rang you for ages.
Let's talk about Danny. What's your son like?
He's getting to a nice lad now. He's had his problems.
Is he up to the mark of being a dad to this child?
He's trying his best.
What's he doing?
He started buying stuff for the baby and things like that. I've not tried to step on your toe, Sharon, with Sam.
But this is what I'm getting.
I've never stood on... Sam's come to me.
But Sharon, part of my criticism of you has to be, and I repeat it, however difficult it is, and however many times she phones you up and moans and bitches about him, saying things like, I don't want to be at the birth, I'm going to phone social services, you're going to be a useless mother and I should have had an abortion, you should have had an abortion, that's dangerous.
Hold on a minute. What did you say to me and I was going for brain scans? What did you say to me?
You rang up.
You hurry up and drop
you
dead
rang up
soon.
when I was sat in Joanne's.
Because I've been
Wasn't
going for
it,
brain
Joanne?
scans.
She was on the phone because I put you on loudspeaker in front
Have you ever
of
two
a load
been
of
mother and
people.
daughter, or are you like sisters who have fallen out about the fact that she's gone off with somebody else? Because to me, this smacks of the fact that you two were like that, then she gets a boyfriend, starts having sex, that's a separate issue whether he can be a dad or not, and you're not too happy about that.
No, that doesn't bother me.
I just think that you're jealous of the bond that she's got with Danny.
Well, we might as well all either get along or try and get along, or... The thing The thing is, even if Sam listens...
Joanne, I haven't got a problem with you.
No, try to stop Daniel having access. I'll take him to a solicitor to get access to the baby. Because Sam said you don't want him anywhere near this baby.
No.
You did.
Right.
You said you either choose me, I help you, and I'll be there for you.
You don't...
or you
Your
tell.
sister's there.
Hold on a second, let's go to your... Who's your sister, what's she called?
Jenny.
Jenny's in the audience, let's go to her a second. Jenny, your mic, so you don't need to jump up. What do you want to say?
Can I come sit down there?
You can you come and sit there? Can we grab a chair? Yeah, go and sit next to your mum, that's fine. Jenny, ladies and gentlemen. What's your take on this story?
She didn't say that, and the reason why my mum said she's going to phone social services is because she battered me.
Do you believe that this girl is up to being a mother?
Yes, she can be,
Right.
but...
Do you believe, and I repeat, and I want it repeated, that I think your mother's motives are excellent, right? But it's a little bit over the top, isn't
Yeah,
it?
I've told her she needs to back off because...
She has.
At the end of the day, Sam is throwing it back in her face non-stop.
I think you're as bad as each other. Do you want me to be perfectly honest? I think you're actually probably like twins, and I do think I'm right that you were far too close, and I think you took a dim view of the fact that she isn't as close as she was. Your problem, young lady, is you've gone off into the big wide world. I've got a relationship, I'm pregnant, I don't need you. And every time it goes wrong, you run back to your mother and you fuel the fire of why she is unhappy. Do you not agree with me about that?
I do.
Because every time you run to her
Thank
going,
you,
he's this,
Swan.
he's that, he said this, he said that, she goes, do you know what? He is. He's a pain, he's this, he's that. She's bound to think that because you're 18 and pregnant and she's scared. She isn't doing anything wrong, to be perfectly honest.
No.
She ain't
No,
too
she's
happy
not
with the
gonna
fact,
do
but as she said, I'm trying to do this so that everybody does the right by the kid. Are you and Danny going to get back together?
I don't know of, no.
What do you make of Danny?
Me, he's okay to get along with, but he can be, like, in your face. But at the end of the day, he's on and off with her. And then she's
What
stupid.
do you mean in your face?
I mean, like, like at that time he said he was going to hit me.
He would have been joking with you, Jenny.
No,
you know what he's
he
like.
wasn't.
No, he's
You
never
don't
hit a
joke about hitting a woman, do you?
No, he's never hit a woman in his life.
Do you think that they should get...
She was stood there.
Do you think they should get back
What for?
together? Jen, do you think they should
Because
get back...
I was sticking up for her because he was saying your sister's fit.
Do you think they should get back
Like
together?
I said, joking.
Whose sister's fit?
He was saying to me
To her,
in front of
Jen,
her.
you can't slag Danny off for that because you wanted him.
I
You
didn't
liked
want
him
him.
when I
Have
was
I
with
ever
another lad
wanted
before
Danny?
I got with Danny. Yeah, you
I
did.
knew you before Sam because you come in my house with Dana.
See?
What?
Well,
She was...
Before he met Sam.
Mother didn't know that, so before you started sleeping with Dan...
No,
I've not
me and
slept
I'm not
Danny
saying you have, but you went to her house with him.
Yeah, but that was only once, and that was like before, when I first
Before she
started
found out
hanging
that
around
me
with
and
her.
Have you
I
got
didn't-
feelings for...
No,
You're not jealous about the fact that she's
no,
with Dan?
I'm happy, I'm fine.
she's with the fella.
Did you know that she and Dan had been to her house?
Yeah, I told you. No, I didn't. Tell you that many things, you forget. Yeah, I did tell her.
OK, take a breather. Now, after the break, we'll meet the man himself and we'll see what he has to say. I'm right back.
I don't need the pregnant daughter and kick her out there.
Don't say anything, just leave her.
Well, you don't, do you? Why did you kick her out when she was pregnant and hit her?
That's why your brothers had to come up to
Danny
pick her up.
Has he threatened to
I
hit you?
spoke to you on the phone.
Oh, what's happened to the lights? The Jeremy Kyle Show, sponsored by FoxyBingo.com. Has anybody got 50p for meter?
Well, it started with a credit crunch. Now petrol's gone up.
It'll get worse before it gets better. Yeah.
We could do with a bit of fun, couldn't we?
Yeah.
All right, follow me. I know where to go. Oh, hot cross buns.
They bake 'em here, you know.
Oh, you can't beat a bit of British beef.
You're not wrong.
Cupcake.
Stop!
Did you get the quiche?
Come on, let's get this party started.
Oh, what is this? A spinning fool? Well, my friend, for thrills, get a load of these. Yeah, he's spinning faster, but without water, it's not storm surge. He's down! Storm surge, you at Thorpe Park. Thrill out.
In this week's Closer, are Jordan and Pete destroying each other's lives? Plus, Hannah Waterman on her new man and shock pregnancy. Guess the lads get real life, get closer.
Triple Play Monopoly at McDonald's is here, and there are millions of prizes to be won, like tens of thousands of iPod Shuffles, and hundreds of BlackBerry Curve smartphones from Play.com, hundreds of weekend breaks from LastMinute.com, thousands of shopping sprees from Littlewoods.com worth £500 each, 10 Mini Coopers, or even $500,000 in cash, as well as delicious McDonald's food. And now win cash every minute online. Triple Play Monopoly now on. Just peel and play. That's McDonald's, and then some.
Look, our tough, dirty lime scale is sliding away. Domestos Total Blast. It blasts away tough dirt and helps prevent it from stinking flush after flush.
It's the toilet shield. New Domestos Total Blast helps prevent tough dirt from sticking.
The Dyson Digital Slim Vacuum is powerful, lightweight, and cordless. Carbon fibre filaments remove fine dust, and nylon brushes remove dirt from carpets. Powered by our new digital motor, it has twice the suction power of any lightweight cordless in use.
On your marks!
It's good to have a bit of healthy competition. At Hovis, we work with Britain's best wheat farmers. Hovis Soft White, made with 100% British wheat.
Discover new Nivea Pure and Natural range. Skincare with 95% of ingredients naturally sourced, including organic argan oil, refreshing aloe vera, and organic burdock fruit to moisturize your skin all day long. New Nivea Pure and Natural range. Feel closer.
Freshly baked hot cross buns. 69p a pack, or 2 for £1 at Morrison's.
Coming up, EastEnders and Candy Camps actress Jo Joyner on her Albert Square wedding and running the rank. It's open surgery as Dr Chris and Dr Dawn Harbour take your medical calls and emails. Phil Vickery serves up more coastal cuisine, and best-selling author Jodie Picoult joins us to talk about her latest novel. That's this morning. See you at 10:30.
Ouch! Oh. The Jeremy Kyle Show, sponsored by FoxyBingo.com.
Are you off? Please welcome Danny on the show, guys. You're going to be a dad soon. How does that seem to you?
All right.
Is there a chance you're going to get back with her?
I don't think. We're just better as mates. We're okay, just being like that.
Now, I do actually try really hard to try and come out here with an open mind. And everybody knows what I think about kids having kids. But I've read quite a lot of stuff about you, and I know you're very nervous today. And you have, as your mum said, resolved to try and do what you can despite your young age. What do? You've been buying the baby stuff, yeah?
Yeah.
What?
Moses basket, you know, like cots and stuff, hot stuff it needs.
Does it scare you, the thought of being a dad?
Did it first, yeah, don't matter.
And how do you think, I mean, this is important. You said something there that was brilliant, by the way, 2 minutes ago. You probably shouldn't get back together. Because you get back together, you argue, you split up. If this baby's going to have anything, it needs consistency. I think Joe's absolutely right. If you're not together, you can't argue. If you're just concentrating on being parents...
If we do get together, we're not going to get end of it, I feel that way.
What?
We're not going to get end of nothing. You?
Her's got a name, Danny.
Not to me, you know.
Well done a bit. What's that bit funny with
her?
Listen,
well done.
Let him have his say first.
No,
before it's all finished. Listen, you just...
Your child's grandmother.
I am as well, but you've been... What did you say to Sam yesterday about me?
I did not even speak to her yesterday.
Because you kicked off and I told you out.
All right, let me just... Excuse me. Let me just point something out. Let me just point something out. What did you just say? You want her to respect you?
If we did get back together, we just wouldn't eat in the field, would we?
Can I say something to you? I don't think that on your agenda should be anything in your mind about getting back together or anybody saying anything. Listen to me.
Should be the baby just on my mind, that's all it is on my mind.
I know, but forget her a minute, right? I'm going to say something to you. Because I recently had another baby, right? Say that's a girl, right? Let's just say. And in 16 years' time, right?
It ends up in the same situation.
You would be exactly like her. And don't say a word, listen to me. No, mate, listen.
Won't be as controlling as her,
no, all right. And I've tried to balance it, and I've said that.
Danny, you've told her.
Will you be quiet, please? Because I'm trying to get this through to him. What did you just say? You just swore, and I heard that, and that's what you say about him. So why is he going to respect you? Keep your mouth shut.
Nothing's being said about
I'm talking to him rather than calling him whatever you just did, because it doesn't help, OK? You might think she's controlling, and maybe by her own admission she's gone too far. But as a parent, you want what's best, and your mum understands this. And if your daughter suddenly comes home pregnant, and every time there's a Barney says to you,
so
he's this, he's
this...
this...
Give it right tit or anything?
No.
You don't need a pregnant daughter and kick it out, do you?
Don't say anything, just leave her.
Well, you don't, do you? Why did you kick her out when she was pregnant and hit her?
That's why... had to come up to
Danny
pick her up.
has never
Has he threatened to
I
hit you?
spoke to you on the
Never
Is it
threatened
the
to
voice,
hit
is
me.
it?
Has Danny threatened to hit you?
Why did you say Mummy did, Sam?
You did.
No, it
You
was Jay.
phoned-
She was saying that he said that,
Oh,
but
Sam,
he didn't.
Sam.
I know Danny would never lay a finger on me.
Listen to me, Shaz. I totally buy how you'll be devastated that your daughter is pregnant, that the relationship isn't the same. I also totally buy that every time it goes wrong, she runs to you, and as a mother, you want to do what's right by her. But even your own daughter that side said you're too intense. Yeah. If you, Shaz, if you keep telling her that he's a waste of space, he's going to be a useless father, he's this and he's that, do you know ultimately what you'll do? You'll push her further towards him.
She was having a conversation with her sister not so long ago how she wanted sex again with him. Joanne,
Sharon, the one
what
thing
am I
you said,
supposed to do?
the one thing that you
This is
said.
what I'm saying. Right, this is what I mean. No matter how hard me and you tried, if they're going to get back together, they're going to do it. And
Well done, mate.
whether it's for the right reason.
Sharon, can I use this? Sharon, Sharon,
I don't want a second
can I
grandchild.
use this? That what really
You just said I'm going to end up
interests me.
pregnant
No,
after
but
this
yeah, hold
one.
on a second. I'm going to give your mother credit now, because the one thing she said throughout her notes to my researchers was, I want to give him the chance to be a dad, right? Yes or no? Right.
I've told Sam he can come down the house. Is she
Well,
not?
that-
With
That's
you
not what
sat
we've
there.
had.
With
We've
me,
had-
With you sat there.
Because
you and
there's
Danny can't get
reasons
on
why
because you've
Danny
got...
can't go to
You're
the house.
against
Sam
him.
has said
Dan,
to
no.
me that you've said, I'm all right for come down and look at the baby because he can't see it for 2 weeks after it's born.
No, I said he
Because she
can come
needs to rest.
No, I
at
said he
first-
can come
at
down the
first
house.
you did it,
Guys,
and then you said
guys.
you can sit in the room.
But you see, Sharon, you're exhaling like that. I've got to be really, really honest, and I'm going to say this, right? I think you are spot on, right? I think you are spot on. I absolutely think that your motives are brilliant, and this will not go into your head. So I'm going to say it one more time. The more you try and condition your kid, the worse it will become. Of course you want certain
He
stuff.
can't go to the house for a reason that I'm not even
I'm not
going
interested
into.
in whether he comes there or not.
So,
I'm talking
do you
about
know the reason
going
why?
down there every 10 minutes, phoning, telling her she should do this, that and the other.
I don't.
You said that she was
Do you want to ring her when
overbearing.
she's after
Why with the house and that, but she doesn't
Because
know.
I wanted it furnished, I wanted it nice, I got
It's not
a
about
cot.
what you want, it's about what
No,
she wants. But
for her.
conversely, if you want to stand on your own 2 feet, Sammy, sweetheart, you need to stop running and bleating to your mother, because your mother naturally, and I want this to go in before you leave in half, your mother's looking out for you, and she's a little bit concerned that her kid's pregnant, and she's a little bit concerned every time she gets a phone call saying,
How could you be
this is
concerned if she's better?
And it's not that anyway.
Danny, I slapped her because she was hysterical.
You told us that you wanted to sort this before your baby comes. This is pointless, right? The past is gone. Let me ask you this. Are you and Danny going to get back together?
That's not my decision.
Right. Is there a chance for you two at some point?
I don't know.
Maybe or maybe not. But at the moment, you're going to concentrate on this baby coming and being parents, and as Joe said, doing right, and you've said that as well. Will you accept that this man has been off the rails? You said, I want to give him a chance if he turns his life around, which he's doing. Can we just use that as the starting point, please, and concentrate on this child coming out and everybody biting their tongue and putting aside what's happened?
Biting my tongue. He went into a shop and said, if it's a boy, I'll bother with it. If
What?
it's a girl, I want nothing to do with it.
I think so. Whether it's a girl or a boy, I'll still
Listen,
love
Alex,
the
see,
way
Right, I'll tell you what, and I'll tell you what's really
Somebody
sad. Excuse me,
said-
stay. I'll tell you what's really sad. I have to move on, and we will continue this with the aftercare team, but I'm going to say this to you one more time, and I don't take any pleasure in saying this, right? You will lose her, Mrs., unless you rein
That's
back a little
fine,
bit.
because she'll be on her own.
See?
That's the worst. That's like, you see, that is why you, and you can go to aftercare, you two that way and that way, you're not going to like this. That's why you're the immature person on this stage.
Right,
So go and
fine.
speak to the aftercare team. Thank you very much indeed for coming in. Listen. The aftercare team are always here, and they're waiting. Just hear me out. I want your mother, she's not sat in the room with me, but I want her to know what I'm about to say to you. Listen to me, look at me. Her motives are great. You'd accept that, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
She's just a bit intense. If you're going to do this, whether you're together or not, you can't run back verbally every time it goes wrong, OK? Your mother loves you. For me, it's nice to know that parents do, all right? Give your mother a chance, and we'll talk to her about trying to make this work. I'm going to leave you with Stuart and the aftercare team. Is that all right? All right, give me a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Stuart. And now I am out of time for this morning. Thank you very much indeed to all of today's guests. Thank you to this wonderful audience in the studio, but most of all, as ever, a big thank you to you for watching at home. I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye-bye for now. Why wouldn't you share it with them?
Oh, you're giving them nothing because my dad didn't want them to have nothing.
You're so full of mate. You know that? You're so full of you're a thief. The old man said you were a parasite. He told me in Chatham 15 years ago, he said I was to make sure that you don't get any of his possessions, ever.
How's it he always used to come and visit me then every fortnight?
Because you're talking rubbish, Derek.
Well,
I used to go to the old man's every other week. Why did he take me to my gran? You've never even met my grandparents.
You know,
Can you honestly see that that's any relation to me?
No, I'm better looking than you.
My father told me 15 years ago, he said, laddie, I've got something to tell you. I said, what's that, Dad? He said, Derek isn't your brother.
Got something to hide?
No, I ain't got nothing to hide.
Are you sure?
Come on then, fire it at me.
The DNA test results show that Derek and Gil...
Good morning. Coming up, star of EastEnders and the new comedy Candy Cabs, Joe Joyner joins us.
It's Open Surgery as Dr. Chris and Dr. Dawn take your medical calls and emails.
And off on another fishy adventure, Phil Vickery with more coastal cuisine. This morning, next.
All right, sweet chinks. Do you fancy a fox? The Jeremy Kyle Show, sponsored by FoxyBingo.com. The one that you want.
Finally, introducing new chocolate Weetabix. It's half the sugar of the average chocolate-flavoured cereal.
Get it down, your boy. Happy breakfast, everyone.
Looking to shift your sofa? Stick it on Gumtree. It's local, it's quick, and it's free.
Big fashion brands, sports brands, street brands, outdoor brands, denim, trainers, hoodies, tees, footy, shirts, girls. Girls? Big brand jackets, dresses, shoes, branded sportswear, nothing to wear. Denim, trainers, tops, all with up to 75% off right now. And free delivery when you spend over £50. Only at mnmdirect.com. But be quick, when they're gone, they're gone. Order now at mnmdirect.com.
I've had an accident, and I think I should get some compensation.
Don't make me laugh, underdog.
OK, then. I'll call National Accident Helpline. Their solicitors will sort everything out for me, and I get 100% compensation, because the other side pays all the costs.
The other side pays all the costs?
You're not laughing there, are you?
However big they are, call National Accident Helpline on 0800 556 557.
Or go to underdog.co.uk.
A chip could crack at any time, so contact Autoglass directly. You choose where and when we do the job. Nobody covers more of the UK. If you're fully comp, our repairs are usually free and won't affect your no-claims bonus. Most insurers recommend us, so no need to call them. Book online or call us direct.
Autoglass repair, Autoglass replace.
Moonpig.com. New Airwick Touch of Luxury collection. A choice of elegant fragrances like exotic bamboo and lotus flower to brighten up your world. Airwick New Touch of Luxury collection. Something in the Airwick.
Valiant King Arthur gathered his knights.
Gawain will fight the Green Knight. Gaheris, you shall do battle with bad King Lot, who will probably kill him. And Lancelot shall fuse the twin wonders of my Sky Broadband Unlimited and my Sky Plus HD box to create amazing on-demand entertainment.
Actually, I've already done it. Called Sky Anytime Plus.
'Tis true. Hundreds of movies, box sets.
It will not cost us 1 penny more, husband.
Well, that's good.
Shall I now stay and give your wife an amazing on-demand service?
Sounds like a plan. To horse!
And so a whole library of on-demand TV and movies called Sky Anytime Plus came to Camelot. Sky, believe in better.
Think home colouring's a hassle? Introducing a new drip-free way. New Nice and Easy Colour Blend Foam. A blend of rich tones and highlights and an innovative foam. Just shake 3 times, foam it.
Work it all over root to tip for easy, drip-free, permanent dimensional colour. Get confident. Shake up your colour with new Nice and Easy Colour Blend Foam.
Well, he's the star of ITV1's dark new drama, The Reckoning, and he's chatting to the loose women. Max Beasley drops by at 12:30. Right now, though, This Morning.
Feel closer to nature. Nivea Pure and Natural sponsors This Morning.
Good morning. How lovely to see you.
Yes, good morning.
Well, OK, so...
I'm not
welcome.
Holly.
The first thing this morning, I got a phone call from Holly saying that she thought she might be in labour. And as the morning has progressed, not entirely sure. So as it stands at the moment, Holly may or may not be in labour. But best not here,
yes,
we thought.
It would have been good television, wouldn't
I
it?
do think that I am fully qualified to deliver the baby.
Oh, are you?
I've done nearly 10 years on this show,
Fantastic.
and I think that I am fully qualified.
But you know what? I am not going to put you to test. I am only 4.5 months. I'm not quite...
I only work with pregnant people now.
Fantastic. Well, that's good. And do you know what really upsets me is...
Pregnant women, I should say. they'll I'm going to email him immediately.
I'm really upset, though, because I was really looking forward to seeing Holly's piece on peeling an avocado on Wednesday.
Well, is she in labour? Is she back tomorrow? Which is, of course, Wednesday, which is the day we were going to find out how you successfully peel an avocado.
Well, if she gives birth today, she could be back in tomorrow.
That was what
I'm only joking.
That's what I said to her on the phone this morning. I said, if you have a baby today, you could be back tomorrow. Just a joke. Holly. So anyway, Holly should be watching this morning. Lots and lots of love.
Yes.
Whatever happens,
Lots of love.
I've got my phone on the desk here, so keep us informed.
She is okay, though,
show.
isn't she? She's feeling
absolutely fine. Yeah, absolutely fine. So, joining us later to talk about the female cabbie comedy drama, Andy Cabs, and to hopefully shed some light on the will she, won't she wedding storyline in EastEnders, actress Jo Joyner is here.
Yes, and shedding light on that storyline and loads more. Sharon Marshall's got the silk gossip at 11:15. Corey was exciting last night as well.
Yes, but you were a bit cross this morning, though,
yes,
weren't you?
I was cross with it. I'll talk about it later.
OK. Well, hold back off. Sharon Marshall will also be revealing which year this clip from Coronation Street is from. It's Chesney's first appearance, but do you know from when?
Result! Oh, you...
Look how little he is.
Tiny. If you think you... No, Schmeichel was bigger than him then. If you think you know the year, let us know. Colleen is in the hub with details of how you can get in touch. Morning, Colleen.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. Here we are in the hub, and as we get closer to the royal wedding, Kate and Wills have made their last public appearance, and as Kate admits to having pre-wedding jitters, we want to know, is it normal? What did you do, and did you feel the pressure to lose weight for your wedding? Plus, as Posh Spice is pictured covering hers, and Mel B and Mariah Carey are seen showing theirs off, we want to know, are baby bumps to be celebrated, or should they be kept covered? And as concerns over Simon Cowell's stress levels grow, are you concerned that he might not make the X Factor? Let us know. You can email us at thismorning@itv.com, tweet us, or have your say on the This Morning Facebook page. We need your comments by midday today for a chance to get them on air.
Well, we weren't concerned, but now you've worried us now. I hope he's all right.
So do I am worried. Thank you very much for that, Colleen. Joining us to go through those stories and more in just a moment are Max Clifford and Carol Malone.
Oh, really? Yes. There they are.
There they are.
Also today, Dr. Chris and Dr. Dawn Harper are here. And later on, it's open surgery as they answer your calls and emails. So if you have a question and you would like the chance to have it answered...
Yes, you can call on 08000 30 40 44. Calls are free from BT landlines, though calls from some mobiles and other networks may charge. You can also email us this morning at itv.com, and we need to hear from you by 11:15.
best-selling author Jodie Picoult is here to tell us why, whilst writing her latest novel, the subject matter suddenly became very personal.
Plus, Phil Vickery goes off on another fishy adventure. Gino D'Acampo's cooking pizza with the kids, and Jason Gardner shows us how the whole family can be stylish on a shoestring budget.
Well,
this
we're
summer.
never going to fit this in. This is
It's a
never going to
lot.
fit. Here's the list. We'll try and fit it in. I'm assuming that this is for broadcast, Holly Willoughby. I don't know. She said, I'm currently bouncing on a birthing ball, eating breakfast. Sadly, not an avocado in sight. Miss you. So there we are. That's the latest news. I'll keep it there. But anyway, good luck on the birthing
So you're
ball.
hoping she's going to text us while things progress as
No,
well?
I want a photo. That's what we want. Of the birthing ball. That's
All right,
what
okay.
we want.
I was going to